Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to RC Excitement for 2015 season of 10 scale short course truck racing. 13.5 class getting set to go. Our A main drivers on the line here in this one. Missing our number 5 driver on the grid, getting set to go. Tone sounds. We are off and underway. As we make our way around for lap number 1 right now, Cabrera going to be out front. Your early leader right now. Top 3 drivers starting to spread themselves out just a little bit from the field. On the front side they go. Step on, step off around the right side. Down the backstretch now. Your top 3 drivers all right there together. Cabrera in the lead. Nelson in the number 2 spot. As they head into the step on, step off section, into the whoop section once again. Cabrera going to be out front. Nelson in that red truck in the number 2 spot. Cabrera bumps the inside pipe. Drops back to the number 3 spot now. Greg Nelson now going to be your leader. Nelson, the all red truck. Through the switchbacks he goes. Double, triples up top, drops down. Nelson going to be out front leading the way. Mudo in that number 2 spot. Cabrera in the number 3 spot. Top 3 drivers spreading themselves out from the rest of the field right now. Onto the left-hand side of the track they go. Dropping down, working their way back around. Nelson still out front in the red truck right now. Mudo in that number 2 spot. The green, white, and yellow make a little bit of mistake there. Cabrera now up into the number 2 spot. Back around to the backside they go. 110 down here in this one. Nelson out front. Cabrera in the number 2 spot now. Right there together through the whoop section once again. Cabrera in the number 2 spot going triple there through the whoop section. Onto the back straight they go. Nelson, a couple car length lead right now, dropping down. Cabrera tripling down the downhill section. And a mistake there from Greg Nelson. Nelson putting it in the pipe right there. Loses the lead on that one. Jumps to the inside. Cabrera in the number 2 spot. Moving up into the lead now. Cabrera, your new leader right now. Nelson working his way back around. He's in the number 4 spot. Trying to catch back up. Sandro Cabrera going to be in the lead right now. There's Nelson in that number 4 spot. Trying to make a pass into 3rd now. Onto the front straight they go. Onto the right side now. Down the Viper straight. 2 minutes down in this one. Nelson trying to close the gap up on that purple truck right there in front of your 3rd place driver. And a mistake there. Nelson jumping up to the 3rd place spot now. Into the step on, step off section. Cabrera still going to be out front leading the way here in this one. Mudo in that number 2 spot. Nelson back up to the 3rd place spot now. Your leaders working their way around right now. Onto the front side of the track they go. Top 2 drivers through the step on, step off section. There's Greg Nelson in the number 3 spot trying to close the gap up right now on your leaders. Cabrera out front leading the way. Mudo in the number 2 spot. Nelson in the 3 spot. Zvoba in the 4 spot. And Rajid in that number 5 spot. There's your number 2 driver right there. Mudo, the green, white, and yellow, working his way onto the back straight he goes. Sandro Cabrera in that number 1 spot. Nelson's still sitting in 3rd right now. 3 minutes into this one now. Cabrera trying to close the gap. As they head down the back straight they go now. Cabrera out front leading the way here in this one. Mudo in that number 2 spot. Nelson going to be about 2.3 seconds back in 3rd now. Top 2 drivers right there together into the step on, step off section right underneath the driver's stand. Down the backstretch they go. Mudo looking for that inside line right now, but Cabrera holding strong here in this one. Doubles up. Into the whoop section they go. The mod class actually going quad here through this section instead of doing the step on, step off section. 13.5 trucks stepping on, stepping off. Working their way into some lap traffic now. Cabrera going to be out front. Mudo still the number 2 spot as they work their way into lap traffic. Mudo trying to hang on to that tight inside line, looking to make a pass there on your leader, Cabrera. Cabrera down the backstretch he goes right now. 4 minutes into this one. Cabrera, Mudo, Nelson, Zvoba, your top 4. Your leader tripling into the corner right there. Mudo jumping up top and dropping down. A little mistake there for Cabrera. Mudo now taping over the top spot. Down the backstretch they go. Top 2 drivers. As they cross the line, they got a 2.5 second lead on Greg Nelson. Nelson, the number 3 spot. Zvoba still in the 4 spot right now. Top 2 drivers into the step on, step off section. Your leader in the green, white, and yellow. Fast lap right now for, and Cabrera, big mistake there on the downhill section. Jumps too far to the inside. Try to make the pass right there on Mudo. Cabrera dropping back into the number 3 spot there. There you see Greg Nelson, the red truck, your early leader in this one, had that mistake. He dropped back to 4th. He's now back up to the number 2 spot. They're going to be 2.74 seconds back from your leader right now. Your leader, Mudo, going to be out front, leading the way. Mudo onto the right-hand side, down the backstretch he goes. You can see second and third working their way around as well, down the backstretch into lap traffic. 2.8 seconds separate them right now, so your leader putting a little bit of time on the field here in this one. 5:15 down. Nelson in that number 2 spot. Through the whoop section they go. Cabrera now up into the number 2 spot. Cabrera in the white Lucas Oil truck down the backstretch. Nelson in that all red truck in the number 3 spot. Got some lap traffic hanging with them right now as they step up onto the Futaba tabletop through the associated whoop section. Back around right now. There's your leader onto the left-hand side of the track he goes with a 2.9 second lead right now. So about a 1/10 of a second a lap right now. Your leader trying to gap the field here in this one. Coming up on that 6-minute mark. Onto the right side down the backstretch once again. Nelson in that number 3 spot. They've got a 10-second lead over Svoba in the number 4 spot. So top 3 drivers have really stretched out on the rest of the field here in this one. Mudo, your leader, through the whoop section he goes right now. 3-second lead on Cabrera in the number 2 spot. Nelson going to be 7/10 of a second back in the number 3 spot. 6:15 down. Mudo on the left-hand side of the track, working his way back into the center section now. Now only 2.3 seconds separating him. Cabrera has closed the gap up considerably on your leader. Almost 7/10 of a second on that last lap. Cabrera chasing down Mudo right now. Mudo getting a little wide there. Through the switchback section they go. Now 2.4 seconds separate them. Cabrera closing that gap up fast. Nelson going to be 2/10 of a second back in third. Oh, and your leader with a mistake right there. Back onto the track he goes. Into the step on, step off section. Clips that inside pipe. Rolls it over. Jumps back onto the side straight right there. Now a battle for the lead. Your top 3 drivers all going to be right there together. Onto the front side they go. There's Nelson in the number 3 spot. Cabrera in the number 2 spot. Top 3 less than a straightaway length apart. Onto the left-hand side of the track they go. 5/10 of a second. Separate them right now. Into the center section they go. Cabrera now up into the top spot. Mudo takes it right back from him. Time is winding down in this one. 7:20 down. 40 seconds left to go here in this race. Onto the left-hand side of the track they go. Cabrera dropping back just a little bit right now. Mudo going to be out front leading the way into the whoop section now. Working their way into some lap traffic onto the right side. Down the backstretch they go. 7:40 down. 20 seconds left to go here in this one. Cabrera chasing down your leader. Your leader working his way through some lap traffic. We'll see how they work it out right now. Mudo going to be out front. 10 seconds left on the master clock. They may get one more lap after this one. Cross the line right now, and they're going to get the free win. Oh, and Mudo with a mistake right there. Mudo jumping to the outside, hits the outside wall. The final lap hands the lead over. Sandro Cabrera working his way back around the front side one final time. Down the backstretch he goes. Sandro Cabrera with the win here in this one. Mudo taking that number 2 spot, and Greg Nelson rounding out your top 3.